everybody, welcome to Elisa's art room. Today we're going to be working some more on the Halloween junk journals. Y'all come in and say hi, let me know you're here. We're live on Facebook. If you see the little red button at the top left, if not, you're catching a replay. I'm going to get you guys pulled up so I can see chat. All right. Hopefully everything's good, volume's good. Thank you, Dawn, for letting me know the volume's good. Appreciate that. So we are working on this journal, the Apothecary Collector of Curiosities, and this journal, which is from Regions Beyond. So both Halloween journals, and we're working on those. I've got a door planned tonight to do some faux doors. We'll see if it works out. That's the plan. Hey, Lori. I feel like there's a lot of glare, but it won't matter once I get the camera pulled up. All right, I think we're good. We got a few people on and volume's good. I'm just going to go ahead and get started and pull the camera up top, okay? 1 second. So, first we'll go over things I've done. I don't know if there's much, but it's probably a little bit. Let's see. I don't know why I have these papers here. I plan to use them on the back of the door. And I didn't really have a spot to sit them. Now they're going to go down there. So in the Regions Beyond journal, I did make a writing board. I don't think I showed it to you yet. So I made a writing board for that. And that will go in a pocket, which will be on the front or back somewhere. Don't know yet. It's going to go somewhere. So I'm sure I'll put a pocket. I also made a bookmark. This is a design I've done before, but it's just a spider web that's on black cardstock that is inked with white ink. It's really the fractured one by Tim Holtz. It's technically not a spider web, but it totally looks like a spider web, so I use it for a spider web all the time. So did that. I just need to put a little ribbon or something on it, which I'll probably just go ahead and do. I did one of these for each of the journals. And what else did I do? I know I made all of the rest of those cabinet things with the acetate on them and sewed them all up. So we'll be putting those on there. I added a little rub-on to this, and I got that one to stick. This one ended up being fine with the glossy accents. Yeah, glossy accents. It's not, you know, the ideal way I would have done it, but it worked. I made it work, so I did add that second rub-on on there. So we just need pockets for these guys. I have a few of these floating around. I don't know why. I didn't really stick it there specifically. I'll find a spot for it. Kind of waiting to see if there's going to be a good spot for it, because it doesn't really matter. I think I showed you that. I'm pretty sure I've showed everything else in this. Yeah, I think we're caught up on that. So let me throw, I have some fringe that was off of a scarf that I'm thinking this might work. Just this little piece right here. Where's my scissors? See if it's long enough. I think it should be. Doesn't need to be super long. Let's see if I can get it to tie. If it'll be long enough. If it won't be long enough, I'll do something else. Oh, it's kind of short. Kind of sort of short. Maybe not. Too short. I do like it. I could throw two together. I don't think there are any. There's some longer than others. Not really. All right. I like the material. It's just, I think it's going to be too short. That's fine. I've got other things I can use. I actually have some of that material that's cut out for a, for the book, what do you call them? Ribbons to the ties. Just something black. I know I have just black yarn. Where's that hiding? Use this. Just so it has something. It doesn't really have to have a lot. I'm all fingers today. We'll just tie it at the top. Come out there. Just something, and that's just going to go in a pocket or loose, it doesn't really matter. And then I'll put that ribbon on the other one too. So that is that. Hey Cindy. So in here, same thing, I got the bookmark. I just like the way these bookmarks look. I cover them with high gloss varnish, so they're very protected. They're waterproof basically because they've got like 3 coats of high gloss varnish on there, so they're pretty sturdy. So there's that. I think you've seen that. Anything else new in here? No. I don't think there is. That's what we did during Stencil Sunday. The Stencil Sunday one, I don't think I uploaded that to YouTube. So if you're a YouTube watcher, you'll have to find that one on my Facebook. I don't think I put it on there. I might have, but I don't think I did. I don't tend to put my Stencil Sundays on there as much. It's totally not backed. I need to back it with something. All right, and that's what else we did on Stencil Sunday. Okay, so we're going to make doors. So the plan is, I've got these printouts with these doors. I've got a whole bunch of them floating around here somewhere. There's one. I know I printed more than that. Let me find them. At least I thought I did. Let's see if I hid them somewhere. When you think you have everything sitting out that you need, but you don't. They're there. Alright, so then I've got the black and white ones for Dawn's journal. I just have to pick which door. Kind of like that one. I don't know. And by Dawn's Journal, I mean Regions Beyond, because she's already purchased it. This is what I was going to use for a writing board, but I didn't. Those are just extras, which I'll probably use somewhere. So these are the doors I have to choose from. I already cut this one just to see if it would work. And it's fine. But I don't know that I'm going to use that one. The only thing I didn't like about this one is it had this bottom of the, I don't know, the pillar was there. So I had to kind of cut around the pillar, which leaves me with that little piece there, which I'm not crazy about it. It works, but I'm not sure that I like it. I'm thinking I'm going to use this one so that I can do a straight cut across. I just think I like that better. So I think I'll use the red one. Although I really like this brown one. They're both really pretty. I do like that brown one. I might have to do two. No, I'm not going to do two. And then I have the black and white one to choose. I don't know. If Dawn, if you like one more than the other, you let me know. I'm probably not going to do it today. I'll probably do it. Well, I might do it tonight. I tend to work on yours in the evening. Let's see. Do y'all like the brown or the red? They're very warpy. I'm going to put cardstock on the back of them so they won't be warpy. But brown or red? Let me zoom. See if I can zoom just a fraction. And it may matter, I don't know that it matters as to what page I'm going to put it on, because I can put it at this point almost anywhere. Put that ribbon up there. Let's see if we have a good, ideally, a thicker page. I've got a spiderweb page. Have I used the other side of it? Nope. So I've got the spiderweb page. I could use the back of that. It's a stiffer cardstock. I prefer to have that because the weight will just be better. And then I've got that green one. The green doesn't really go with either one of those great. I know I'm pretty sure I have a brown somewhere. I'm 90% sure. You like them all? The brown does seem more ominous, doesn't it? Red always makes me think of Christmas. Alright, so we've got that. Goes there real well. And I kind of like that too on that side. So maybe there. Alright, I think it's a good spot for it. So just pull that one out for now. And then I have insides for them I'll have to pick. Set this aside. Where are my insides? They're over here somewhere. And then we've got some little mini people. So here are my insides. And there are a lot of the ones we've used for our center scenes. So that was really the only rooms that I had. But I think I can work with these. This one that has the staircase. But I think if I add this piece from this one on top of the staircase, I can make it work. And it won't look like, it'll make it look like a floor coming out. I don't know if you can see it, but when it's like that, it makes it turn into a floor instead of the staircase coming all the way down. So I may use that piece because I do like the staircase. I just don't like it coming all the way down. And then both of these work well. So we'll put it behind and see which one fits because this store is big. It's going to be close. It's one of my bigger ones, but I might cut a little bit below into that dark area just so it's not quite so big. It's a very big door. It's a lot bigger than the other one. I didn't really notice it when I printed it, that it was that large. But it actually is very large. But that's okay. I think I can work with it. I don't think they're too little. That's my main concern, is that my printouts will be too low. I think they're okay. I hope. If not, I'll have to switch doors, but we're going to go with that. All right, so I tore this out just because I think that the rough edges look better. And then we just got to back it with something to make the doors heavier. So we're going to do that first. Probably just plain old cardstock. I was going to print these on cardstock, so I didn't have to do that twice. Oh, I've got that wood. That's what I was going to put there. Is any of it cardstock? Some of it is. This is. It's not as grungy as I would like, though. Let's look at the other one. The other one's not cardstock, so I'll have to back it. But it is grungier. I think I like the grungier one better. I could darken this up. I don't know. The boards are so wide on that one. It's not my favorite. I think because the boards on this one, they're narrower. You probably can't tell, but they are. Technically, they're not really boards there, but it looks like there's boards there. So we'll probably just use this, and I'll just throw some cardstock back there. So first, we need to cut this out so that it's behind the door, and I'm just going to use this part of it. And it just needs to be a little bit smaller so I can glue it on there. It doesn't have to be the same size. So just cut that out. Are you asking to get out, Kiba? Give me a minute. Find like a lighter weight cardstock of some sort. Let me let him. Okay. All right. I think. Not too bad. And glue this to this first. I could just glue it and then, yeah, I'm gonna just glue it first. I'm just gonna use a glue stick for this though. I don't really want to bulk it up at all with glue if I can help it. Seriously, glue stick. What are you doing? Just trying to look from an angle, make sure I've got coverage. Oh, pretty good. Okay. All right, let's see. We're gonna let that dry for just a second before I try to cut it because the glue stick's pretty wet. So let's cut this open. So I'm just gonna figure out where I want to cut it. It does have a little bit of a pillar there. I could just cut right through the pillar, or I could cut around it. I don't know. I might want to cut it after I put that on there. Then I can just cut through both at once. All right, fine. Fine. Let me try to cut it. Where's my... Hopefully it's dry enough. I'm just going to stay a little bit outside because it doesn't have to be exact. That way I don't run into any glue. I don't know how long it'll take to dry. Hopefully not too long. It's still feeling just a little cool. Usually you can tell if glue's still wet if it's cool. Cool to the touch. All right, so that's going to be my inside of my door. I think it'll look okay. Debate. I might grunge it just a little bit. I could do the after, but I'm just going to do it before. Where's my inks? All right, we don't need this right now, but I'm going to put a paper clip on it so I don't lose the page. Because you know me, I'll sit there for an hour trying to figure out where I found that page. All right, there. Okay. You go back there too. All right. Ink. I think maybe walnut stain. It's kind of orangey, but walnut stain might be. Walnut stain's darker. We'll try that, and if not, I'll add some vintage photo over it. I just want to grunge it to match this door just a little bit better if I can. I'm just going to add this color to it. Not crazy thick. I don't know exactly where it's going to hit, but we'll just cover most of it. It's a little better. Maybe some of the orange. Orange, by orange I mean vintage photo, because it tends to have an oranger look. A warmer look. Yeah, that's better. Just trying to get this wood to look a little bit more. Is that glue? It's totally got glue on the front. Oh well, I guess it adds to the crunch. I had not even noticed it had glue on the front. Stuff that shows up after you distress. I could get it off. I didn't realize it was there. I don't know if it's going to show too much. Is it going to come off? Kind of, sort of. Usually I can kind of roll it off. I just don't want big globs of glue sitting there. So we're just going to roll it off. There. All right. That's better. Okay. Now I got all over my fingers. Okay. So we're going to glue this so that it shows when the door's open. So it'll be this way. And I want that glued very securely. I don't want to use glue stick, but I do want it to be flat as possible. I think I'll use my art glitter, but I'm going to use my thicker bottle so I can spread it. This is, I know it's so much bigger than I need. The only part that has to be exactly adhered. Yeah, I'm going to trim off. It's a little long. I'm going to trim off just a fraction of it because I just don't need it that long. Let's see. I might even trim off a little this way too. matter the direction. All right, so we're going to glue that to that. But I think I'll put the glue on here. Try to get it to spread. Really? Why are you plugged on me? Oh, you're totally plugged. All right, all right, all right. There. Okay. This is art glitter, but not with the fine tip. That way I can hopefully flatten it out, because the other, what happens with my little fine tip is it starts drying and then you end up with those little hard round bits that show through really bad, and I just don't want that. I prefer it to be as flat as possible, at least in the middle. So I'm going to try to use this and try to get it on there quick enough to where it won't dry. It only has to be really adhered where the door it opens. The rest of it, if it's, you know, not perfect, it doesn't really matter. Glue everywhere. Don't set this down. Because I'll be gluing this down everywhere the door isn't to the page. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, dry. So I want to roll it because it's a little warpy. If you try to bend it to straighten it, what'll happen is you'll get a crease. So just use a bottle to do it. It works much better and it doesn't accidentally crease it. All right, I think that'll work. It's very wet though, so we're gonna have to let it dry. Tell you what we'll do, we'll pick Dawn's out and do it too. Or while that's drying for a second, we can do some of those little pockets. Let's just do some pockets because I have a bunch of these that need to go in. I have all these ones I made up floating around here. And I need to get them in there. So I've got all of these. Got one for hers and then several for this one. These are just extras. And it seems like, I don't know, I guess it seems like a repeat in a way, but it just works so well because they're curiosities. So I don't know if I showed you all of these. They're creepy. Very creepy. Hands and skulls. We got masks, clowns and stuff, which freak me out. Some potion bottles, and then some bones and fossils and teeth. So we got all those. And I definitely want to try to use one of these. I wonder if it's... I'm going to use one of these for a pocket. I don't know which one. And let's find a spot to put it. One of these didn't get one the other day. Which one is it? I know one didn't get one because we got the eyeball one, that's the belly band, and then we have the other one. So this one has one here. I did round all the corners on these as well because I thought it was too sharp. So I went ahead and just rounded them. Let's see, so that one has one. It'd help if I could remember where things are. Save myself so much time. So this one that doesn't. Right, I think it's that one that does. I think this is the eyeball one. Yeah, the eyeball one's here. My favorite. I love that one. So we're going to put one for sure in this one. And then the others will be somewhere too. So what would go, this would go good, I think, with the skulls, I guess. or even the skeletons, either one. Let's do this one though, since it has skulls. So let's find a page and pick a color. I think it'll be wide enough, just barely. So we've got brown, black, gray. We want to save this for the white and black journal. Although technically either of these would work too. Maybe that one. I think this is too brown. Yeah, I'm leaning toward this one. Okay, so save that one from the black and white journal. And find a page. Where can we stick you? Not on the spider web, I don't think. Not on the ledger. Probably not on the green. Could look good there. It's not bad. Let's go in that direction. Yeah, I'm leaning toward that other choice. Or was it this one? Alright, so we'll stick this here. I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna cut it. It can go either direction, technically. I don't want to go that deep, but I want to pick a spot where I'm not going to lose, you know, all the cool skulls if I'm going to cut it. I need like a just grabbing scraps. So if I cut it, how short would that be? That's a good look. So I could cut it with just those two bottom ones showing that are kind of sideways. So I think this is pushing it once I glue it. That's really close. I feel better doing it sideways. So let's cut it right there, just above that head. I think that'll work. It should work okay as a pocket. It's a little bumpy on the inside because it's a embossing folder 3D. Help if I use something to cut that with better. That was so crooked. So crooked. It needs to be smaller anyway. Okay, so let's straighten that out. Here's your grid. That's what your grid's for. It doesn't look that crooked, but it is. Alright, so there, and then I said just above those skeletons. So I think about that long. That should be good. And then width-wise, let's see, just a fraction more. We have plenty of room over here. Good. All right, so that'll go there, that'll go there. All right. Save these because, you know, I'm sure they'll be good for something. Something at some point. All right. So, I'm going to put a notch. I wasn't going to, but I think I will. Because there's nothing right there that I can't put a notch with. So I'm just going to stick a little notch in there. And ink it up nice and dark. What do I have? I could even use gold. Ooh, gold would be cool. I could totally use gold. Where's my gold? We got gold on the page. We might as well. What is that? Oh, let's take. Might as well use it. This is almost gone. I need to order a new one. This is my lunar paste. I really like my lunar paste. It can be so much fun. It doesn't dry super fast, but it's not terrible. But since I've got that gold writing, we might as well play into that. I don't have any thick globbies. Okay. Clean my finger off. If you clean it while it's wet, it cleans up easy. If you wait, it's much harder. Okay, so we're going to put this there. There's still a little globby there. Right, off you go. So it is, like I said, very bumpy. I think I'll be okay. I'm just going to go heavy on the glue. Let me make sure I have enough room. Yeah, I'm okay. So I'm going to stay on the edge. It's supposed to hold it where you don't want glue. And then when I push it to the page, I'm going to push outward, not inward. Okay. So, set it where I want it. It's crooked. I can't see. It's hard to see the edge because it matches the edge on the other side. I don't want to stick it to the wrong side. So, right now, I don't want to push this glue to where it goes that way. So when I'm pushing the glue, I want to push it out. Okay, so anytime you only have a little bit of room, make sure that you push your glue outward and not inward. And that way you won't glue, you know, too far in and you can't get your item in their pocket. And that can be annoying. Once you get most of the glue oozed out, then you can just push it down. Give it a second because it is, like I said, it's bumpy. It is very bumpy, but I think I can get the edge enough. I could have backed it with something, but it really doesn't matter. Then I'm still dealing with the bumps on whatever I'm backing it with. Got a little spot right there that isn't hitting. Where's my fine tip? Squish some in there. There we go. All right. Just making sure it's stuck. All right, let's make sure that our card fits. Yes. Awesome. Good. I like it. It's nice and creepy. Okay. So, see the gold on the edge? Good. All that gold on the edge, it matches up all this writing. Because you got the gold writing there. Okay. So there's that. That works fine. Is this the one we're working in? No. Okay. I'm just going to leave it open for a minute. If I can find a spot to stick it. Okay, back to what I was doing. I'll put one of those in the Regions one done. Probably this black and white one. And then I'll pick out your whatever your black and white one is. I don't remember. Oh, it's Potions, but I could print a different one if I have to. I could print any of them in black and white to make them work. So, okay, let's make sure this is not warpy. Okay, I'm hoping it's dry enough to cut. Cutting it before it's dry enough can be detrimental. We'll just say that. Okay, so obviously we want to go down the middle. I might use my chalk pencil to mark off my start and stop. So I think I'm going to stop right there. I'll go a little bit further so I can see it. And I'm just going to go straight on this column, because there's not enough there to make it worth going around. Even if I needed, I could just color it in dark. So I'm going to cut right there, right there. I don't want to cut this part, but I do want to cut this to come around like that. Try to get it curved straight. All right, I think that'll be good. Are we zoomed still? I can't remember. I'll zoom just a little bit so you can see, hopefully. Not much room, at least not on my iPad. Let's hope for the best. Is this blade sharp? It does not look very sharp. It looks very dirty. Definitely doesn't look sharp. So let's fix that real quick. I hate snapping these. They make me nervous. Gosh, come on. Oh my goodness. Really? You're past the thing. I'll go up one more, but I don't want to. I have glasses on, so. Wear eye protection anytime you're doing these things. Because, yeah, they are very difficult sometimes to get off of that thing. And then try to pick it up without cutting yourself. Oh my goodness. Really? There. I always tape it to a piece of cardboard before I throw it in the trash. Are you guys with me? It says it's reloading. Can't tell. It's spinning. I think I froze. Let me look at my iPad. Okay, I don't appear frozen on my iPad, so it's just my phone. Let me just reload my phone, which is obviously being temperamental. Okie dokie. So yeah, I just tape my blade, cover it up real good, tape it some more. I try to be extra careful because I'm going to throw this in the trash, and if you're like me, when your trash gets full, you push it down with your hands. And the last thing I need is to hit this. And then I just put this on here. I don't know why. It's in case anybody's digging through my trash. Which they shouldn't be, but you never know. I don't know. I tend to be overly cautious, guys. I'm sure there's a reason. All right. So we're going to try to cut this without ripping it. Okay. And then the bottom of my door. And then the tricky part is that round part. I'm not going to use this one because it's going to be harder to control. We'll use this one and try not to cut ourselves. Okay. All right. Make sure it's opened everywhere it's supposed to be. All right, so I'm going to score that edge just to give it a little bit of help. I'm only going to do one of these live. The rest that I have to do, I will do off camera because I'm not going to torture y'all watching me do this several times. So I'm just trying to find the point from the top to the bottom. And then a medium stylus. That one's a little thick. Where is my other one? There you are. What's this one look like? I'll try this one. I can't. Yeah. It's like, where to go? I can't see it. So I'm just going to score that. It's just enough to help me bend it. It doesn't have to be a lot. Hopefully it'll just help me bend it a little bit better. Okay, so once I do that, I'm just going to use my thumbs and just kind of work it over. All right, now we have a door. Okay. All right. So now we have to put it on our background. Let's pick a background. So I'm going to open our doors up. I think that color works well. Looks like a back of a door. So we have this cathedral looking room. And we have this hallway looking room. And then we have, like I said, this staircase with a faux floor, which I don't think is going to be long enough because I think it's too short. Yeah, that's too short. I had another staircase. Let's see if it's long enough. If I use this faux floor on it, I might have to cut it bigger for a floor. I could possibly cut that one out if I really want the staircase. It's not a big deal. I can't really see what the whole thing looks like, but it would be something like that. So maybe one of these first two. I do like the staircase, but it does require a little more fixer-upper, shall we say. And then I've got people floating around here somewhere. Some little Tim Holtz kids, because the adults are a little too big. Even with these little minis. These are the minis, but even the adults and the minis are just a little too big for the scene. So if I use that one, let's find a kid that looks like they belong in the scene. Most of these are very light. And I could color them if I need to. She's not terrible. She's leaning. She's too cutesy. Not terrible, but I don't know. Well, we'll set it aside. I saw a little girl earlier that I liked. This one has a little doll. I don't want two. I think I just want one because two will take up too much of the scene. She's not bad either. I do like the darker clothes. But like I said, I could colorize it. And then we've got this one. Her head looks funny though. Some of these heads don't, when you pop them out, they chop off half their head. And she's one that does not look right. I thought maybe I would take some of the ones that happened to, like this one. Look at this. When I popped them out, look at their heads. They're totally like chopped off. So I thought maybe I could take the witches' hats or something or put on them. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work or not, but it was a thought. I'm leaning toward this girl with the dress. She's kind of big, but I think it's not overly big compared to the door size. If you think about the door size, she's supposed to be 12, 13 years old. I think size-wise it makes sense. So there's that one, or I could put her tweezers on this one. What do you think? This is, I believe, supposed to be a church. It does look like a church door. Do you like the cathedral looking one? And then I have boys and stuff too, but I don't know if any of them fit. I mean, I'm sure I'll use, because I'm going to do like, I think 4 of these. I don't know. Maybe only 2, but we'll see. I don't want to overdo it, because sometimes I do that. There's a couple of kids in here. I like her dress. He's leaning on something. A lot of these are leaning. This one leg is all weird. I don't like when these things don't pop out right and they look weird. Sitting. Sitting, sitting, sitting. That's about the only one. So that kid there. I think I like the girl. I don't think I want to do 2 because I just think it's too much in the scene. But I do think I like the girl. Alright, so let's just go with her. Are my boys up for one of the others? Maybe. Perhaps. Alright, so let's go with this. We'll just center that where it looks good. So we gotta get our page. Where did our page go? Okay. All right. So we want to put this down first. I'm just going to make sure that this isn't going to be in my way. I hadn't cut it off because I thought I might need it to glue. And I was worried if I cut it too close I wouldn't have room. Yeah, I'm going to leave it on there. So I just want to pick a good spot for this. to glue. Just a little bit further over. So I like that window. I do like a little bit of that window. All right, I think right there. So I'm just going to mark approximately where I want to glue that. Just so I have an idea. And then we'll put glue on this. I could totally just use glue stick for that. Okay, so our background. Make sure I can put her after the fact. Don't think I'm too close to the center. I think I'm good. All right, so that's gonna go about there. I don't think I want her hiding under any of it, but I could. I'll leave it open just a little bit on the edge. That way I can decide. So I'm gonna put glue on the outside edge mostly. I don't think I'm putting anything up here, so I'll go ahead and put some here. But I don't want it where she might be, so I'm gonna come over like an inch, well, half an inch. Sorry, I keep getting too close to my body and you guys can't see. All right, that should be enough. Let's see if we can center this. I'm gonna open the door so I can see. A little more glue on that edge. Make sure it's sticking down. It's because it's like a couple of layers of cardboard. It tends to be harder to stick. Stay in there. Where's my rag? I just want to make sure that it is flat because I don't want it catching on the journal when it opens and closes. Make sure all of my edges are catching good. Alright, I think that is good. It's a tiny bit crooked. That's alright, we're not going to freak out about it. She didn't think it was crooked, but I guess it is. Oh well. Okay. And then we've got her. And I think I want her there. I'm going to put her dress behind. I'm going to ink her just so she's not white on the edge there. It's not working very well. Let's try this one. Try not to color her too much, just want to ink the edge. Not colorize her. Alright. So I'll get some glue on her. That looks good. Get all the glue off. Cool. I'm gonna ink this too. Probably could have inked it before I put it together, but that's all right. I'll make it work. Get a little more ink on there. A little bit tricky. Ink it before you glue it together, if you remember. I never remember. I have to do this all the time because I don't remember. A little bit right there too. I could use a brush if I needed, but it's all so dark anyway, it's not going to show. There's like a spot there, it almost looks like a door handle. So I don't have a closure for this. I don't know that it needs one. It might be a good idea to put something of closure to hold on to. Okay, put a brad. I just don't know if I could even hold on to it. I mean, it's never going to lay completely flat. It's just not. But if it's already, when you open the book, if it opens like that, you'll be able to open it easily. Or I could try putting little brads right there. And then if I wanted, I could put like a thread from one to the other. I don't know. What do you think? Should I? I have teeny tiny brads. The very little ones that I bought floating around here somewhere. course, even my mini brads aren't that big. The little ones might be too small. If I can find their little jars. They're floating around here somewhere. Jars. What did you put them in? Remember, they're in a jar. 20 piles of stuff. No. Oh my goodness. They're in a plastic thing, so plastic things are still kind of everywhere. Not there. All right, maybe I'll use the other brads. Sorry, guys. Bear with me 1 second here while I attempt to find things. I gotta pull my mic off because I can't reach it. I'm getting too old to get up and down off the floor like that. Okay. Teeny tiny mini fasteners. They're very tiny. I wonder if you could even put a string on them. They would look good as hardware, if nothing else. So that's antique brass, copper, silver. I think antique brass is going to blend a lot. Copper might show up a little bit better. I'm thinking I could just put one there. Could possibly put one closer, but I think I could put one here. These technically have screws, but nobody can see the screw holes. They're so tiny. So we'll put one in, see what it looks like, and if it looks bad, we'll switch it to the bigger one. Pokey tool. Alright, pokey tool. I'm just going to poke through the middle there, right where that little thing is. Is that big enough? Probably not. Let's go a little bit bigger. These are so tiny. Oh my gosh, I can't hit it all. There. It's not bad. I don't think I could put string on it, but if nothing else, you could possibly, if you had fingernails, you could definitely grab it. I can't grab it because I don't have fingernails, but let's see. Try to get it in the same spot. Just try to put your finger behind it. I don't have any way to stick foam in there right now. Find the hole. Come on. Are you there? Nope. It opened. Helps if it stays closed. That means the hole's probably not big enough. Maybe get just a fraction bigger. Oh my gosh. Teeny tiny hands to do this with. They're very little, so they won't add a ton of bulk. But I think it's a nice addition, if nothing else. You know, just that little touch. All right. So if I added something, I mean, I could add could add a little latch. I could. What do you think? I'm probably overdoing this. Oh, I overdo everything, guys. Y'all know I do. So, you know, just bear with me. Bear with me overdoing it. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to add a weird latch. I'm just trying to pick a piece of this wood I think I can use. Scissors. I know what I have an idea in my head that should work. I'm just going to cut both of these pieces for right now, so I don't waste too much of that backdrop. And then I can make this oranger if I need to, but I'm only going to use half of one, and then get it long enough to go just outside. I think this will work. In my brain, it's working. That's not always realistic, but I'm debating if I need to fold it. I don't think I do. It's one of those backdrops. It's fairly sturdy. I guess if something happens and it feels like it's not thick enough, I'll deal with that later. All right, so we got that. And then what I'm going to do, I want it to be just, so I'm going to put a hole there. You know, I'm just going to use this because if I use the hole punch, I'm never going to hit it in the right spot. Although I might want to put an eyelet. I can't put an eyelet for those though. They're tiny. So I'm not going to put an eyelet. I'm just going to try not to poke my finger. So put a hole. And then this side is going to have a notch. This is my plan. It's logical. It should work. So I pull this back off. I think it'll work. I just got to figure it all out. All right. Oh, I should ink that first. See, I'm thinking. I still have the ability to think sometimes. So I got to think about what the notch should be like. The notch should be, so I want it to just catch that brad. So if the hole is there, then it would need to catch right there. Can you see that? Yes. So just a little teeny notch. Teeny, teeny, teeny little notch. Oh, bigger than that. A little bit bigger notch. Ha. Okay, so we know how long it needs to be. So we can kill part of this edge. What shape should I do? Straight across? Diagonal? I really don't know. All right, let's stick it in there and see what it looks like. Oh, ink that edge that you just cut. Just because. All right, so I'm gonna poke through the hole there first. If I can get the legs not to keep opening up on me. Bigger hole. Okay, poke through. Oh my goodness. It's so tiny. Okay, poke through. Poke through the second one. Make sure my notch is the right direction. It is. Fold that over. Okay. Fold it over decent. Now, let's see if it's strong enough. That is the question. Oops, I'm too far over. work. It could be 2 layers maybe, but it's not bad. Scissors are so big. I don't know why I'm using monster scissors, because I'm silly sometimes. I'm just going to try to go about halfway. If it feels like it's too weak, I'll back it. Just getting it just a fraction bigger. Okay, so there's my notch. All right, now, what do you think? Does that look cool? And you just open it. It could go just the tiniest bit further. I'm trying not to go too far because I don't want it to affect the strength. And the further up I go, the weaker it'll get, and then I might have to back it. Ideally, I don't want to have to back it. It holds on that brad pretty good, though. What do you think? See? You just lift it off of there. Open the door. See all the people. Y'all used to do that with your fingers. Here's the church, here's the steeple, open the door, see all the people. Cool? Cool. I like it. It works. It holds it shut enough, and if it, like I said, if it feels like it's too weak, I can back it and just make it a little bit stronger, but I think it's okay. I'm trying not to add more bulk than I need to, so I think it's fine. All right, guys, so there's that one. That's cool. It's crooked. It's very crooked. And unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about that. It's just going to be crooked. You know, maybe when it's sewn in, it won't be quite as obvious, but it's definitely crooked. Do I have anything on this? Yeah, I already have stuff on it too, so I can't just change out the page. Oh well, it's fine. I'll try to do better next time, get it in there straighter. All right, so there's that. I might do another pocket. What time is it? 10:20. It's not too bad. All right, I like it. I don't know if it needs any words or anything. Honestly, it probably doesn't. All right, what else? So I'll do the black and white version and then put that in the other one and show it next time. Because I don't want y'all to have to watch me do the same thing twice. That's really what it is. It's just a different color, but the same thing. All right, so I've got some grungy things to use for pockets. Let me find them. I don't think I have time to do a full project. Let's see. I think I stuck them in here. So if we want one more of those, we got one in here. 2. Do we have 2? We just have 1. Oops. Just 1. That could be a good spot. What are the ones I have left? Oh my goodness, where'd you put them? Go. Quit burying stuff. You took them out. You set them aside. Where'd you set them? Heavy sigh as I lose things again. They're here somewhere. Instead of putting them back in the folder. I don't see the folder. They're I only have one, so there's 4 missing. 3 or 4. It shouldn't be that difficult to find. Shouldn't be. Okay, you didn't put them there. They're not there. Not in that stack. I got too many stacks, guys. Not in that stack. Oh my goodness. I'm losing my mind. I did that one. I know I have more. Where'd you set them? Lose my brain if it wasn't attached. I wanted to do one of these pockets that I sewed. I had a couple I sewed somewhere. My file cabinet here. This one. That one might be too big. I could make it. I'll have to sew that one again. Sometimes I sew them twice. That way if they're too big, I can cut it out. The only one I sewed twice was that one. That one might fit. Where was this? Painted file folders. Okay, I've lost my cabinet of curiosities. Don't know how. They have completely walked off. They're not in the cabinet of curiosities folder. They're not on my table. I mean, how could they walk completely off? Am I just blind? I don't think I just stuck them loosely in one of these journal pages. I don't think. Maybe I did. Well, I'll flip through real quick. Not there, not there, not there. Nope. Definitely not. I think this one. Oh my gosh. I'm very confused. Gotta quit losing things, guys. Okay, well, guess they'll show up. Because they're not showing up right now. We'll make the pocket. I'm going to find them. Do you see? Look at this. No, you can't see. They are literally hiding under my glue, under my knife, and under my rag. Lord have mercy. I just don't even know. Okay, now that I've found them, I think this green one will work. That color's not going to be right. I might save that one for the black and white one. Although technically it's manila and white and black. I don't know. Alright, which one looks good with this green one? They're all about the same. There is a little bit of green in each of them. The shells I think is best. Oh, the potions aren't bad either. One of those. Not the clowns. They're not working with that. I don't know what I'm going to do with clowns. There's going to be a spot that they'll be perfect for. I just haven't found it yet. So we do have one in there. Where's a good place for green? Green, green, green. I want to find a good page for this. Not there. contrasty, but it's not bad contrasty. Possibly. Oh, there's grain. I do have that grain. Maybe I should do that. It's a potion or shells. Alright, so I'm going to cut this down because I sewed it twice so that I could cut it down if I had to, because it's definitely too big for this. I'm just debating on where I want to cut it. I think I'm just going to cut off one of the sewing. Teeny bit more. I'm trying not to get rid of that thread. I want the grunginess. And then height wise, I think I like the potion bottles. I think I'll cut off the height too because it's a little tall. Just a bit tall. We'll leave the double on the bottom. There. Alright. That'll work. Doesn't need a notch or anything. Alright, hold it where you don't want glue. Should be wide enough. Try and stay as far away from the center as I can. So this is just a file folder that I just took a sponge and painted different colors. Perhaps sprayed it some. I don't know. I don't remember. I do them in bulk every now and then. So that's going to go there. That will look good. Make sure it's sticking. And then we'll put something there. Something to do with potions. Let's see. What do we got? Let's look at potion bottle stickers. Probably not, but we'll look. Ideology, anatomy, poison, that's labels. Let's see. These are technically for potion bottles, but witch's brew, arsenic, death bell, kind of dark, like the crow. So maybe just one of those, like the crow. It's got a little bit of green in it, some flowers that are green, leaves. And then, let's see what we got in here. Maybe. Something like that to start with. See how that looks. That one's a sticker. Not crazy about the white edge, but probably can work with it. I can zoom back in a little bit for y'all. 1 second. Maybe I could try to cut it out. I don't know. White might not be an issue. I could ink it. I can't ink it with Distress ink. That won't work, but I can ink it with Archival. If I can find my Archival. Buried. For it not to be stark white. So we're just going to ink it just a little. These stickers are pretty strong. They're supposedly waterproof, so. Oh my gosh, if I can open them. Come on. Separate. They're made for potion bottle labels. I'm going to pull all of my ink off. Gotcha. Nope. For a second I had it. There it is. Okay. So they don't need extra glue is all I'm saying, because they're very strong stickers. So there's that. I had this little label. Where's my two scissors? Alright, I think that works. These stickers I got off of I think I got them from Temu. I've only placed one order ever from Temu, but I'm pretty sure that's where these are from. But you could probably find something on Amazon too if you don't like Temu. I know Temu's questionable. I try not to use it. Things that I am not sure about, you know, labor and all that. Alright, so there's that. What time is it? What else do we have left? I'd love to use these clowns somewhere. You think I can find a spot for them? Not in this one, because we have too many in that one. I don't know if I have a paper or something that would work well for clowns. maybe. Got that one there, so we don't want it right next to another one. Not books. Not that, because that's where that goes. What is this? There's no purple in there. I just feel like it needs something funner, you know? I feel like I had another spiderweb color somewhere. Is it blue? I have stars. I feel like it needs to be lighter. Has this got another spiderweb color? I bet it's in the one we have so many of them in already. Of course it would be. Of course. Because that's the way it goes. I feel like this needs maybe that one. Just because it looks kind of nautical almost. And there's a lot of like shark's teeth on there and stuff. I want to do this somewhere. I'm going to put this here, I think. I'm just going to stick a little thing there. So we have purple. Maybe not ideal. It's going to have to be in that. How many are in that other one? I don't want to put too many in one. Let's see. How many? 1. Oh, okay. I guess just 1. Well, fine. Oh, 2. Okay, there's 2. I thought there were 2. Is it too many? Oh, that's a really dark spider web. That is not what I want. Anyway, all right. I really want it to be brighter, so we got to have a brighter color. What can I put in there? Let's see. I bet you. Oh, what else? I kind of hate to kill my wood. We'll see if there's anything else in those backdrops that I could use. And I'll just put it on a plainer page. Like maybe here. All right, let's figure this out. We're going to figure it out. All right, backdrops. Where are you hiding? Backdrops are... Are they in a box? I have abandoned. I have those rulers. Would that be too much? These rulers are the right colors. Is it just, oh, it might be too much. It's very similar. I don't feel like it contrasts enough. I do want to use that somewhere. So I've got all these abandoned pieces. Let's see if there's a color in here that works well. I just think it needs to be something crazy, you know? Like crazy colors, and that's not too bad. There are some blues in there. There's no reds per se, but maybe. That's not bad either. That's kind of creepy looking. Ooh, maybe. I do like that. I'm gonna find Did freeze again. Oh my goodness, I can't even see if you are saying anything. Refresh, refresh, refresh. Make sure y'all aren't talking to me. Anybody talking to me? Nope. I don't see any talking. All right. No, don't like that. Don't like that. I do like that, I think. It's crazy too. these colors are good. Got a little of both. So it's still contrasty. Alright, we're going to do that. But these are the Abandoned set. Tim Holtz. What is it called? Abandoned. It's just called Abandoned. Alright. Let's do that. That works. Okay, so we're just going to cover that up. I could tear it or something so it's not so plain, but I could even put it on a page that's not as sturdy and save that sturdier one. Not the ledger. I don't think I want it next to the crow. It might be the best one, honestly. Oh, there, that's not super sturdy. We'll put it there. Because I can tear it and just fit it to it. And it'll, if nothing else, it'll sturdy up that page. I just gotta figure out where I want to tear it. I think I want to tear it right about there. So we'll tear this edge about here. And then equal amounts off the ends, and then about here. And then we'll stick that to that page. Oops. Dropping stuff. Oops, I'm out of focus. Focus. Come on. I'm waiting. Did it work? Nope. I hate having to wait 40 seconds to see if it worked. Oh my gosh. Let me just stand up and look at my iPad. Focus. Come on. Come on. There you go. Thank you. It's like the magic swoosh. All right, let's see if we can tear this. Oh, totally the wrong way. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. I prefer to tear it to where I get the white edge, but that's okay. It's not. I can sand it if I want. So what did I say? Equal amounts? Yeah, equal amounts. So approximately. Teeny bit off of here, and a teeny bit off of here. All right, hold it down harder than that. Okay, and I'm just gonna sand this. If I can find something to do it on. So sanding disc, just gonna grunge this up on the edge. Okay, and then I'm gonna get too many things in my way. Color? No. I want vintage. Oh, that was vintage. I don't know why I thought it wasn't. It totally was. Silly me. I don't know how much you can see that, but it does show a little bit different when you rough it up. So I'm going to glue that down. Could even make it a tuck. I totally could make it a tuck. Like a double pocket, like a tuck there. Might as well. Do I want it to be an obvious tuck or a not obvious tuck? Yeah, we'll do obvious. I think I have room, don't I? Do I have room? So the question is, do I want this to be a pocket down or a straight across belly band type pocket? Maybe just a belly band type. I could do a pocket there though. I don't know. I mean, something could go in there. Not sure what, but you know. I don't necessarily have to know what. It can always be figured out later. I don't think I'm going to put a notch though. So I'm going to hold it here. We're going to make this a pocket, so we're going to glue it on the edge. Glue, glue, glue. I think that coffee dyed paper is strong enough to handle this. It should be. And then we'll put this out there. That's good. And then we'll have a pocket for something there. And then we're going to put this on with some sort of belly band. We could. Possibility. I had another piece here I was thinking of for a belly band. Where is it at? Hiding. Why are you hiding? There you are. What's this stuff? It hides a decent amount of it, but I could just make it on an edge, not technically a belly band, but just a tuck. Maybe I'll do that. This is just some faux paper I made. We're just going to stick it on here and it'll be a tuck. I'm debating if I want to come over the edge or not come over the edge. I know it's not straight. I don't care if it's straight because it just adds to the look. I think it should be deep enough. Sure. Although this stuff, ooh, I do remember this is kind of a pain to glue. I don't know why, but it is. We'll see if it works. It might fight me. Logically it shouldn't, but I don't know why. It just does not seem to want to be glued. Stay. Tell if it's sticking or not. I ended up last time clamping it. I ran into a situation where nothing was sticking to my book I'm using on that vignette. I tried like 6 different mediums and nothing would stick to it. Everything I put on it just broke right back off. Like literally just fell off. This is not sticking. It does stick. It just takes forever, for whatever reason, to hold. And I guess it must be the matte medium, because that's what I use to make this with, is matte medium. And my guess is that it's just resistant to glue. Because it's not varnished. I tested it with water to see if it was varnished, and it wasn't. But like I said, it will hold. It just takes a minute. Alright, so that should be okay once it glues down there good. Just gotta keep kind of fighting with it. Make sure it's sticking. And then this will just go here. I'm not pushing too far because I don't want to get into the glue, but there's a decent amount of room there. And then there'll be a hidden pocket under there for something. Don't know what. Something. Something will go there. Alright, that works. That's enough for tonight, guys. Got a bit done. Got one of my doors done. I'll do some more and I'll show you them when they're done. But you get the idea anyway. And I will be back on... Once again, I don't know what day it is. It's Wednesday, right? Is it Wednesday? It must be Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. That's the problem. We don't work normal hours in this house at all. So I can't keep straight what day it is unless I look at my phone. Anyway, I'll be back on Friday. 9 p.m. We're working some more on the journals. And I'll show you anything I do off camera. But it'll probably be like the other door and stuff like that. Alright guys, y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I will see you next time. Y'all take care.